A federal jury has found Ryan Routh guilty of attempting to assassinate President Donald Trump at his golf course in West Palm Beach, Florida on September 15th of last year. Routh was convicted on all 5 counts, including attempted assassination and multiple firearms violations. Although the rifle was never discharged, prosecutors argued that Routh had written a letter outlining his plan and took deliberate steps toward carrying it out, demonstrating clear intent. Federal prosecutors rested the case on September 19th after spending 7 days presenting 38 witnesses. Routh faced a maximum sentence of life in prison, and the sentencing is scheduled for December 18th, 2025. Following the announcement of the verdicts, Routh attempted to stab himself in the neck with a pen before jurors had exited the courtroom. He was immediately subdued by U.S. Marshals. Deputy U.S. Attorney General Todd Blanche shared in a statement that this verdict sends a clear message. An attempt to assassinate a presidential candidate is an attack on our republic and the rights on every citizen. President Trump spoke to media after the guilty verdict.
I'm very appreciative of the justice that was given and the way it was handled by Pam Bondi and Todd Blanche and everybody that it's been, and their team of people. It was really well handled, and it's very important. You can't let things like that happen. Nothing to do with me, but a president or even a person, you can't allow that to happen. And so justice was served, and we'll see what happens. But I very much appreciate the judge and jury and everybody on that. It was so professionally handled, and it's a great honor. It's a great honor.
The verdict followed a trial that lasted 2.5 weeks, shorter than expected by both prosecutors and U.S. District Judge Eileen Cannon. The expedited pace was largely due to Ryan Routh, who represented himself and conducted minimal cross-examinations of prosecution witnesses, while calling only 3 individuals to testify in his defense. In his closing argument, Routh represented himself and told the jury the case centered on intent and whether someone can actually pull the trigger and take someone's life. Referring to himself as the defendant, he admitted that he had planned to target Trump while the then presidential candidate was golfing on the 5th hole, just 375 yards from where Routh was positioned. He said the opportunity was there and the trigger was not pulled. The crime was not committed as he was incapable of taking someone's life. The attempt on Trump's life was a second that year, following a shooting during a campaign rally in Butler, PA in July 2024.